Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to Five Hearts Nursery. In today's video, we will be checking in on our Nepenthes propagation experiment. It's been about a month now, and I'm hoping that we have some results to share with you. Let's turn this camera around, take a closer look, and break these apart. Alright, so we have 3 sets of cuttings. We're going to start with our control of the cuttings that we did for the experiment here. And then I also had the 3 cuttings that I started a few weeks before the experiment. And we'll take a look at those 3 after. Alright, so first off is the control. And we'll start with the moss mixture that I use for all my propagations. We're just going to slowly loosen this apart and see if we have any roots anywhere. Now, right away I see these orange fungal outbreak on the cutting here, so I think that the cutting is actually dead. But maybe there's a node underneath that's activated, so I'll keep checking. Carefully prying this apart here as to not damage any potential roots. And nothing. So that cutting does look to be toast. We have no progress on any of the nodes. There's 3 nodes on that piece there. But I won't give up yet. Stuff that back in there. And we'll move on. Next up we have the rooting cubes. And it looks like the hemp is a failure right away. Or just not rooted yet anyway. It's not a failure, as the cutting is still viable. There's still a healthy node. Let's see if I can get that to zoom in there. Right in there. So not a failure, but no roots yet. Next up, we have the rapid rooter. Now I'm not going to rip these apart because I won't be able to get them back in there, but we'll see if we have any roots coming through yet. Nothing anywhere on there, but that node has started to push out some growth. So maybe we have some roots inside that cube. We'll put it back and check back in another month or so. So nothing on any of the controls so far. Next up, we will take a look at Clonex. And again, we'll start with the moss mixture here. The cutting is still healthy and viable on this one, so already we're better off than the control. And so far we have, oh, right there. We have some roots higher up above the node. Split the stem right in half here. We've got the roots pushing out there. So +1 for Clonex. Stuff that back in there and we'll get them bagged back up and check back here in a couple weeks with that one. We'll look at the cubes. Again, the hemp moving around a lot, so it was easy to see that that one wasn't rooted. I'll shove her back in there and hope that it comes around later on. Now this one is not as far along as the control is. We'll still see if we can get it out there and see if we have any roots on this one. Nothing showing on the external of the cube yet. So that one will get tucked back in and we'll revisit it again in a bit. Alright, now we'll move on to the root rush. Now this cutting here doesn't look good. Now we do have a node that's kind of swollen here, but it's so dark. I feel like it's probably, oh sorry, the node is swelling right in here, but I don't think it's any good. We'll take a look. Doesn't look like anything on there. Yeah. I'll put this one back in, but I'm not really holding my breath there. I'm pretty sure that's a failure as well. Alright, now let's take a look at the rooting cubes here. We got growth up top of this one. Maybe we'll see some roots on there. It's so difficult to get out. There we go. Nothing on that one. Outside the cube anyways. The fact that it's still healthy and viable is positive. Now this one in the hemp actually feels like it might have rooted in there. It'll be tough to get it out of there. Nothing outside the cube. Let's try to take it apart a little bit here and see if we have anything going on. Look at that. We do. A little bit of roots right there. So +1 for root rush and +1 for the hemp blocks. That's pretty cool. I mean, I still wouldn't use these hemp blocks again because they're kind of a nightmare to work with, but still neat to see it working out for me. Alright, so we'll tuck them away again and we'll revisit them in a few weeks. Now these ones here, I expect to be further along a fair bit. I think it was about 3 weeks difference between when I cut these 3 here and when I cut the other ones that I just went through. So again, we'll start with the control, and then we'll go to the Clonex and the root rush. Right away, we don't see any growth on this one here, but that bud down there is starting to break through. So some progress. Let's get it out and take a look underneath. Alright, so nothing yet, but it is split here. See if I can see that split running right there? That'll start rooting in a short bit here. So the media of choice looks to be my standard rooting mix, which is sphagnum moss, cocoa husk chunk, and perlite. Seems to be the most consistent. Although we can't really take a look at those rapid rooter blocks, so still up in the air a little bit there. Alright, now we'll move on to the Clone X. Right away here we've got nice little growth coming off the bottom here. Top node does not look to be active. Alright, let's get it out of there. Alright, so Clone X wins versus Control by a lot. Look at that root system on there. Beautiful. Root system, new node growth. Great to see. Alright, well that one will go back in the bag here for not too much longer. I'll let that next leaf expand out, and then I'll probably start hardening it off to standard humidity levels. And now we got the root rush, and look at the size of the growth of this one. I mean, that's massive compared to that one there. Let's see what's going on underneath. Oof, see roots already, right out the bottom already. I don't want to pull too much more off of there. There are roots, and while the roots are longer, they aren't as advanced and intricate as what the Clone X did. So that's kind of cool. It appears that Clone X will root better, faster, but that Clone X will grow an equal portion up top and below faster. I don't know if that's the addition of the vitamins and humic acid and other ingredients that Root Rush has on top of Clone X, but an interesting result to say the least. Alright, time to get these all cleaned up here. I think this one will go back into a bag too, just for maybe another 2 weeks or so, and then I'll start hardening it off as well. It has a smaller root system than the Clone X one there, so just want to make sure that it can support itself before removing the full humidity of the bag. Alright, if you guys haven't watched the first video yet, we've got a giveaway going on there, and you could win yourself some fairly expensive and rare Nepenthes hybrids, and all you gotta do is be a subscriber. Also, we recently launched our website again, and we've got a giveaway going on our Facebook page there, and all you gotta do is tag somebody and you get an entry, and the more tags you do, the more entries you get, and the winner will get drawn on the 1st of December for a $100 gift card for the website. Yeah, that's all for today, guys, and hope to see you all again in a couple weeks when we do another checkup here, and yeah, happy growing, everyone. Cheers.